So the data would be back up with you. Okay. Yeah, sorry everyone. I think now everything is coming properly. Hello. Please, anyone admit all. Let us admit all people first. My voice is coming now. Hello. Please, anyone confirm
Yes,
here?
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Sorry again. Actually, uh, so now I think everything is properly coming with everyone. So, okay. So let us wait for 2-3 more minutes. So rest participant will also get joined. So immediately we will start. So now there would be no any
Yes, sir.
interruptions.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. So actually I had tried to log in through my laptop, PC, and again MacBook also same problem is occurring. Only Google Meet is not working. Rest all website is working. Fine. So first of all, I'm sharing my screen. So that would be little easy to get interact with everyone. Fine. So hope my screen is also visible to everyone. So could we start, Professor Venkateshwar, or we should wait for some time to get join rest participant? Because right now we having a little less participant, only 11 participants we having.
Sir, around 35 participants are there. We can wait for a few more minutes. Let
Sure,
them
sir.
join others also.
Sure, sir. That would be much better.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Admit all. Fine. So now we having 17 participants here. Chat box. Where is chat box? Let us wait for 2-3 more minutes. Then hope all people would be get joined. So now we having 17 participants. Very good morning, Shashwari Kalvetkar, Professor Shashwari Kalvetkar, sir. So hope actually today is the first day and little interruptions has been went on today only. So now hopefully the problem would be not get interrupted. Because with respect to Zoom connectivity in a low bandwidth also, it's working much better. But due to security reason only, we are sometime avoiding Zoom application. Fine. So now we having 17 participants. So just waiting for next 2-3 minutes. So at least we having 25 participant plus here, then we can easily start. So maybe they are a late join also. Accordingly, what we can do easily in a discussion sessions, we can resolve their problem. Very good morning, Dr. Balaji, sir. Yeah. So I think few people maybe uninstalled Zoom application. So maybe they are again reinstalling Zoom application in their cell phone or laptop. Maybe the reason some participant is joining little late. Good morning, Patnaik, sir. So now joining those people in a quickly.
So Dr. Abhishek sir, you can start, sir.
Okay, thank you.
I think
Thanks,
you
sir.
can start slowly, so the participants will
Right,
join.
right, right. So again, welcome back to the session. Very warm good morning to everyone. And as I tell you earlier also, the motto behind today's class to get know about the blockchain technology and what exactly helping Hyperledger to work with the blockchain technology and what is exactly DLT, distributed ledger technology. I'm Dr. Abhishek, today's assistant mentor, and I'm going to share with you how exactly we can work with this technology. So first of all, before going to know about the blockchain, so first of all, I'm dividing blockchain into two parts. So what we can divide blockchain, first is the block and second is the chain. All we usually know about the chain. What the meaning of chain? Chains mean connections between one node to second node called chain. Now here one keyword available, block. So when multiple blocks are connected through one to second, like in a series, not in a parallel mode, then it's a called the blockchain in a layman term. Now coming to the technical word, what is exactly blockchain? And in a blockchain, there are a few things we could know very clear. First is block, second is ledger, third is distribution, then about the transactions, then confirmation, then POW is a very, very important proof of work, and at end we earn block reward, right? So let us discuss about the blockchain in a technical term. So what is the blockchain? Blockchain is a type of data structure used in some distributed ledger technology which enable to help us or store the data in a package, right? That package called what? Blocks, right? And as I told you earlier also, blockchain, we can divide blockchain into two parts, block plus chain. So when those multiple blocks are connected in a chain, that helping a blockchain, right? So blockchain is exactly what? It employs the cryptographic and algorithmic method to record and synchronize the data across the network in an immutable manner. Now the question is what? I had converted the color of blockchain and immutable manner in a yellow color. So can anyone define what is immutable or immute? Or what is the mutable? This is a common keyword whenever you are working with like a Java or other programming language. We having a mutable data, non-mutable data over there also. So anyone can define what do you understand by mutable or non-mutable things? Can anyone define here? So just you can see a maximum what will happen. Maybe that would be not appropriate 100% correct, but at least let us share some of your input. Then that would be much better to get described into the much better and precise way. Okay, so anyone
Sir,
immutable?
sir,
Yeah, ma'am.
the data or network that cannot be changed.
Right. So 99.99%, you are totally right, ma'am. Why I'm not saying 100%? Because in a computer science, nothing is 100% correct. Like common people are saying, blockchain is 100% secure technology, but still, yeah, cracking is a tough, but not we can say 100% secure. That's why, Khan ma'am, I said like it's a 99.99%. Like your data cannot be switched, right? Or that not be able to mute over there. Mute means what? You are bypassing the things over there, right? So when you are bypassing, then maybe in between one node could be get skipped. But here in a blockchain, that is not possible. Why? Because all data, all block having previous blocks information get copied. And if the previous block information get validated, then only it would be get passed through the information to the next, right? In detail, we are going to learn. So no worry about that. I had to prepare the presentation in a very simple and a layman manner because right now blockchain is a little new technology for our Indian education system. Yeah, definitely. If you're talking about blockchain technology, Satoshi Nakamoto, he in a 2008 only has get right one research paper, right, white paper related to the Bitcoin. Then only it came to the existence, and they had introduced about the blockchain Ethereum technology. And right now blockchain is utilizing across the world. Either you are going to the finance sector, and definitely the broadcast or the forecast report is saying up to 2025 90% company will implement their financial transactions using blockchain technology only due to some of the key features like transparency, like security and all, right? So definitely we should be came to know the person who is behind this one blockchain technology. So whenever we are learning about any fundamental or the foundation course, we should know about who behind that person. We should be get greet and we should be get acknowledged. So Satoshi Nakamoto, he is the person. Yeah, but it's not like anyone can challenge. Okay, this is the only person who has find out the blockchain technology, but it's a came into the existence through 2008 onwards only. Fine. So this is about a little history. Now coming to the technical part, exactly what is and how blockchain is working, right? So I'm going with a very fundamental knowledge. For example, maybe Professor Vikram or Professor Anuja is with us here. So for example, I have to just transfer 10 rupee to him or her. Then what is the methodology of transactions? First of all, I would be get identify to whom I have to transfer the money. Then I will, for example, I would go and log in, maybe using Paytm or the Google Pay, or using your like NEFT transactions. First of all, we will add the person to whom we have to transfer the money, right? Then we are adding them and we are making the transfer to her. Then we are telephonically validating, ma'am, sir, you got the money or not. In this manner, commonly right now transactions is going. But in a blockchain process, whenever we are working with a smart ledger technology, a smart contracts, here little technical things would be get engulfed over there. So security in terms of money transactions would be much better if we are talking about, like, until and unless second party will not 100% say now everything I had a got with respect to the commitment, then only money would be get transferred to the second money. But in a blockchain, in a smart contract, what happening, the money has been get moved from my account only, that would be into the some virtual space. So when the second party would be get confirmed, then only the amount would be get deducted. So these are something transparency and all kind of thing in a blockchain technology. That's why people are a blockchain, using blockchain into the several field, either that into the medical, that would be the financial, that would be like a land dealing, every place, right? So here with a graphical information, I had shared one of the example. Like here, what someone requested transactions, right? Here you can see this is the logo of Bitcoin, BBBBB. Someone, if using the cell phone only, then I would request you just double click onto the screen. So you would be coming to the front full screen view and go to the cell phone setting and switch on the auto rotate. So automatically you may able to clearly watch or view the presentation in much effective and better way. Fine. Second, what happening? There is one network. This network is what? It's a looking like a one centralized network, right? So again, today in a blockchain technology, we are going to learn about two technology of data transmission. First is the centralized, second is the decentralized. What is the both things? Today again we are going to learn, and one more technology that is called the peer-to-peer transactions also, right? So maybe several of you earlier also may use the torrents, right? But earlier we had to use torrents for what purpose? Downloading movies, right? Games, this kind of things only. But the same peer-to-peer concept we are utilizing into the blockchain smart contract also, right? Moving next, then what happening with the validations of peer-to-peer networking? Like if you are making transactions, then rest node is also verifying, okay, the transactions is coming from the right source. Then after validations only, the data would be get moved to next. Then this is the blockchain node, then this is a back node, this is a data, and this is the next hash. So I will discuss about the hash also, what is exactly hash, right? So then here you can check out a verified transactions can be involved. Then when data is verified, then it would be go ahead into the multiple blockchain, and all blocks has been get verified, then transaction would be get completed. So this is about a basic fundamental workflow of blockchain technology, right? Moving little next. So no worry, when the session would be get over, I 99.99% confirm your foundation concept and how blockchain technology working and what are the blockchain keywords commonly you are hearing. All concepts should be get clear. Still you having any problem, definitely we having a Q&A sessions, and we can get connected with each other using emails also later on after completion of the session. Now coming to the things, why blockchain, right? So definitely I do recommend every time to my student, either Professor ma'am has been get introduced into the NPTEL and SWAM platform also. So in a SWAM platform right now, in my course, around 33,500 students get enrolled in one semester only, right? So one question in a first day, I asked with him why you had to get enrolled in my course, right? So this is a very, very important. Then around 30% people having no idea why enroll for the course. But indirectly what they said, sir, actually UGC and AICTE regulations, we have to complete one course using NPTEL and SWAYAM. That's why I had to get enrolled. And later on, if certificate would be get awarded, end of the day, my job will done. So if such mentality, if anyone is joining any course, end of the day, result would be nothing. But if the person who is joining the course with respect to, I want to learn something, then only that course would be beneficial. So again, come here back to the topic, why blockchain? We should clearly came to know what is exactly blockchain and why we have to use the blockchain. Then only we are able to get learn, and with interest only, we will continue the sessions. So what exactly blockchain? Professor Prabhu K, I don't know why every time I'm allowing you and your data would be get skip from participant list. Okay, coming back to the topic. So the blockchain right now we are trying to implement in government of India also in financial transactions in a stage 1, right? Rest we can implement blockchain into institutions, business also to get maintain the record, to highly secure. Second is the transparent, and third is the resistant to corruptions. Now, first of all, let us discuss about this keyword, corruption. How corruption's happening? Corruption's happening due to like you don't know the person who is in between mediator between channel 1 and channel 2. Then only corruptions is happening. For example, we had signed one contract maybe with the BHU and maybe Harvard University, and in between the both vice chancellor is directly connected with each other. Then there would be no any transparency, there would be no any problem would be over there. But maybe in between there would be one mediator. That mediator had helped to get signed the MOU. Then end of the day, we directly don't know either behind this MOU what money has been get involved. So when you are talking about the blockchain, from day first, each and every person who is a blockchain like that having one user ID over there. So all person came to know about how the transactions is going. So all data from day first to current date, he can get check out. So when all data would be get transparent, no one can cheat over there. So this is a very, very important in a blockchain technology. Then why I had to mention highly secure, with respect to that, we came to know about the concept of blocks and hash. Then that would be much clearer to you, right? So in a short form, why blockchain we are going to learn, or why blockchain is a booming field? Because in a 2025, do believe me, 90% industry is going to utilize blockchain technology only for their transactions. The transactions could be related to the documentation, the transactions could be get related to the money transfer or other transactions only, where we are removing all the paperwork into the virtual blockchain enabled technology. Fine, dear. So let us move to the next. Now let us understand the fundamental of peer, right? So what the meaning of peer? So I am just relating peer with respect to the torrents. Anyone having here idea about the torrent? I do believe if you are a computer science field and anyone you had downloaded any movie, then definitely you have an idea about the torrent very much, very well mannered. Could anyone type into the chat box? Have you used torrent earlier? Please type anyone into the chat box. Have you used the torrents earlier? Okay, so Anand, Professor Anand sir have used the torrent, right? So Nandini Patil ma'am also used the torrent. Okay, now coming back, definitely we had a use 90% case torrent. Sonali ma'am has also used the torrent for transferring the movies in a 90% case, 10% case for transferring the software. So people are thinking torrent is a using for like a gray market only, or you can say the piracy market only. So again, coming back here, why in a piracy market they are using torrent? Why not directly they are uploading the data to the Google Drive and sharing the link? Again here, the same peer technology would be get work. For example, like I have to share around 50 GB data to the person across the world to 500 people, right? So earlier what happening, if we are uploading that 500 GB of data to you, maybe Google Drive, and I'm sharing to the people. So first of all, what we require, we have to upload entire 500 GB data to the virtual hard drive, then our Google Drive should be that 500 GB space. First thing. Second thing, what required? Definitely I should having wait until 500 GB data should be get uploaded to the internet or the virtual cloud drive only. Then only that link we can share and other people can download the link. Now using the torrent only, like personally I'm also using torrent. I'm creating my own torrent and I'm seeding that torrent and I'm sharing that torrent link to several people. So several people parallelly downloading that data across the globe. So what's the benefit of sharing the data through the torrent? I didn't require to upload my 500 GB data to cloud space. Like in a Google, 15 GB data only they are giving you at a free of cost. If you are paying around 2000 rupee annually, then you are able to use 15 GB of data. But again, 500 GB data, you have commonly no option until and unless you are not paying a huge or you are not going into the like a commercial plans over there. So here I had kept in my drive only one folder. I converted that folder with simply in a Google, you can identify how to create a torrent, right? Manually in a 7 and 8 step, they could able to define how to create a torrent, and you can manually create your own torrent and you can share that torrent to the public, right? One thing is only required over there, your PC should be get on. If your computer would be get shut down, then all like the in a torrent, two databases over there. First is the peer means making the connections between multiple node. So the data who is uploading that called the seeder, and the data who is downloading that called the leechers, right? So seeder and leecher concept is working over there. So if seeder computer would be get shut down, then automatically leecher would be not able to download the data. But for example, 10 people has downloaded that data. So after 10 people downloaded that data, then I can shut down my PC. Then 9 people is again seeding the same data. So another people were downloading the data, then using that 9 people bandwidth, again transactions would be get continue, the downloading would be get continue. So whenever you are using torrent, like 1 minute, my PC also torrent is here. That would be much easier to get understand. 1 minute, I'm just resharing the same. Share screen, share complete screen. Yeah, fine. So now full screen is here. Now here, just I'm launching torrent. So when you will launch torrent, here you will get some seeding information, right? Okay, let us maximize the same. So I'm just checking on the peers here, right? So here you can check out the peers are 0, seeders are also 0, right? Then I'm start to downloading the data 2.83 GB, right? This is a like a digital apprentice workshop. We had a get share using the torrent technology only, peer-to-peer data sharing. But meanwhile, no one computer is on that, so we are not able to download the connection. So this is the same seeder and peers concept is working into the blockchain also, right? So coming back to the technology of blockchain here. So here you can check out the blockchain market size. End of the day, like we came to know why we have to use the blockchain in all industry. Either you are using healthcare technology or financial transactions or land leasing, all places they are using. So this is the exponential growth here. You can check out like in 2018, the graph is a very less. Then substantial graph, you can check out 39.7 multiply by current date. This is a USD billion gross market for forecasting report could be expected projection up to 2025. So this one report has been get generated before pre-COVID, right? So when it's a COVID time, now people are more working into the blockchain technology to get digital transactions is much efficient and much effective way. So maybe this could be tentative around it's going up to 39.7. It could be more, right? More than 50 billion USD could be get crossed up to 2025. Fine. So let us move again. Now highest market share into the blockchain into the market. So right now, if you are talking about the blockchain, maximum in a North America itself, people are using blockchain technology into the several field. Like it would be into the financial transactions or land dealing or going with a smart contract. Maximum place they are start implementing the blockchain technology in Northern America. In India also right now, like several like finance people, they are trying to incorporating blockchain technology into banking systems also. Maybe up to 2022 in India also, blockchain would be into the hype and get utilized into the maximum field, right? Now, I had already get discussed about the what are the expected growth in the coming years. Now coming to some of the more technical word, a token. So whenever you are talking about the blockchain technology, what is a token? So what is token? Token means a digital asset. For example, you are going to any restaurant, right? So in a restaurant, for example, there is a lot of rush over there. So what they are giving you, they are giving you one token. So what that token defines, that token help you to get identify your number, or maybe with respect to that token, if that would be the prepaid hotel and prepaid restaurant, in your token, the data would be get stored. You may able to take the food up to 1000 rupee, or maybe with respect to maybe 3 4 order you had given to them, all the data would be get informed over there, get saved over there. So when the transactions would be get complete, you have to return that token, and end of the day your job done. So the same fundamental here into blockchain technology also. What is token? Token is a digital asset representations, right? So next keyword is what? Hash. Like I told you earlier also, what is exactly hash and how hash is important into blockchain technology, right? So here with respect to one like 3D model, I am going to demonstrate you about the hash, how exactly hash. So here you can check out, for example, uh, 34 and 35. This is the 34 number user and this is the 35 number user. So how blockchain technology is working? So for example, when 30 here, this one block of hash, this is the half previous block, and this there is the data. So when blockchain would be get transact, then first of all the server will validate it, the blockchain user will validate it, the previous block, either the data coming from the right resources or not. Then the data would be get validated. Then after that they are going to check out either next hash is okay or not. If there would be any data is not validated, then chain would be get broken and your transactions would be get cancelled, right? And this would be get followed with a very big link. That's why you can say it's a chain technology. And here you can't skip this one data. For example, it's not like that if I'm muting this one thing and I'm directly bypassing this one to this one, then what will happen? After 34 number has, right, then what will come? Directly 36 number has. Then this one data block 36 would be get skipped, then automatically transactions would be get breached, and the people would be get alarming over there. Okay, the problem has been get occurred, so let us check out where problem happened, and transactions would not get happen. The same thing I had get mentions over there in a text mode. Blockchain is a system recording information. In that way, it makes it difficult to impossible to change, hack, or cheat the system. Why? Because each and every time previous block and next block data would be get validated. So if the both data would be get validated, it's a really very tough to get changes, to get bypass the in between data, right? So end of the day, in a simple word, we can say it's a non-hackable technology till date, but it could be destroyable technology. You can destroy the blockchain things over there, but if you are thinking you can hack or you can make cheat over there, that is a really next to impossible. But definitely every day technology is growing, technology is booming over there. So maybe some supercomputer having able to find out the loopholes in a blockchain technology also, then maybe that could be some breaching could be get possible. But right now, like, it's next to impossible to get cracked. Now what is exactly hash? So hash is an immutable cryptographic signature called hash, right? So like every hash having some of the numbers. So if you are modifying any data over there in a block also, na, automatically hash value would be get changed. So each and every modification, if your hash value is going to be changed, automatically the cracking or the hacking would be next to impossible. That's why you can say blockchain transactions is next to impossible crack over there. Fine, dear. So now you're having a little clear idea about the hash. You're having a little clear idea about the token systems also. Because okay, let us. So now we are get discuss about the blockchain structure. Like here you can check out how blockchain is working, like connections of block, continuous collections of block. So block header, here you can check out this one, a first block, second block header. So in a loop, they all are working in all network having one chain systems over there, right? So all data should be get validated. All hash system would be get validated. So for example, if a supercomputer may be able to get have one computer, two computer, three computer, five computer, or maximum 10 computer simultaneously, right? But what about rest 5 lakh computer who is a get connected with the blockchain technology? So it one time if he is hacking all the computer or all the nodes who is connected with that blockchain technology, then only data would be get able to breach, and this is not possible for any supercomputer till date, right? So this is about the structure of blockchain. Now we are talking about the ledgers. Ledger is a very common trend, common word. We are commonly using ledger if you are a background from the commerce or the management or the finance specifically. In computer, yeah, definitely ledger is a correlated to the Excel sheet. As in a computer science people, we are a maximum using Excel sheet, and we are keeping all record over there, and automatically we having a several algorithm and functions over there. With respect to that, we are calculating our data and we are executing what is the profit and loss over there. But if you are going with a traditional ledgers, this is something ledgers in a Hindi, this is called the bahi khata kind of thing, right? So here we are keeping record of all the people detail, what the data he has received, whatever the transactions he has received, what paid, what are the dues, all the details over here in a ledger system only. Fine. So what is exactly ledger? Let us come to the technical thing. So ledger is the system of record for business, right? So business will have multiple ledger. Why? Because definitely maybe one company having multiple business. So for multiple business, they're having a different ledgers also, right? So one company could have a different ledgers. Now we are coming to the transactions. So what do you mean by transactions? So transaction is the assets, right, that transfer onto or off the ledgers, right? So for example, here I had mentioned one thing. John give a car to Anthony. First one, this is, so now the John car belong to the Anthony. So this is also one transactions, right? So transferring the first anatomy position rights to the second person, that called the transactions between one person to second person. Transactions means not only you can use transactions word in transfer the money from first account to second account, right? Next is what? Contract. So till date, if you are going to purchase one land, right, from any person, so what happening? You are going to the Tehsildar and you are writing a request over there. Okay, I had to purchase the land with Mr. Ram and Mr. Abhishek. I'm a buyer and he is a seller, right? So with respect to buyer and seller, Government of India representative what doing? They having a notary over there. In a notary, they are mentioning all the contract rules and regulations over there, and that notary information would be get stored electronically or in a physical mode to Government of India, and that one page document define your authenticity. You are the holder of that particular land, right? So end of the day, if we are talking, we had a given 5 crores rupee, for example, to purchase one land. And that 5 crore rupee definition is what? That one page. That one page is validating the money which you have transferred with respect to that purchasing land. This is the justification. You are the right now owner of that property, right? So contract earlier is going into like paper and pen mode, or you can say using notary in India, we are right now doing contract, but contract is now converting into the smart contract using blockchain technology, right? So what are the benefits of the smart contract? In a coming slide, we are going to discuss also, right? So definitely right now, if you are talking about these contracts, okay, so maybe if a person, commonly what happening several times, there are some news, if a person is a powerful guy and he having a very good connect with the ministers and the authorized administrative people, then indirectly what they are going to change the document, and end of the day, indirectly they hack, you can say in a computer science word, and they are taken the ownership of my land without my permission, because back in they had changed all the documents, and end of the day they are justifying into the court, okay, now we are a original owner of the property and you had bought the property from some other person, so you had doing some wrong purchasing wrong land records over there. Like there was one movie, if you had a watch Hindi movie, there was a one very fantastic movie. The movie name was Sadi Mein Zarur Aana. This one a very a small budget movie. So that movie belongs to somehow IAS and the administrative persons only. So here in that movie, they have represented some of the government corrupt officers. They had back and changed the papers, and what happened? They sell the land to some government land to private person. So this manner problem has been get occurred. But when you are talking about the smart contract using blockchain technology, even all the people who are get connected with the blockchain, either as a common people, I am also able to check out when it has been get initiated and how much time that has been get sold to the people, and what is the current status in this day. So 100% transparency from day first to day current date. So in this manner, if the contract would be get signed, no one would able to get breach over there. These are the some of the facility. That's why very fast manner blockchain technology is going implemented into all sector. With some practical demonstration, definitely I will talk about the smart contract in upcoming slide. Moving to the next. So till now, if you're having any query, we can get discussed also. Right. So this is one of the very beautiful golden color of coin, Bitcoin. Right. So Bitcoin is a nothing like a physical form of coin. This is a virtual coin. Now the question is here, a virtual coin, how it could be so much expensive? 8 lakh, 9 lakh rupee, right? In a Indian currency. So end of the day, if like we are talking about gold, right? So maybe during COVID-19 period, we all know end of the day, if I having uh, like 50 to 60 kg of gold also, yeah, that is a very big thing. So, but we are virtually, we can think na anything. So if we having 50 to 60 kg of gold, but end of the day, are having a not good relations with the people who are selling the common daily necessity food, what will happen? I will not able to eat that gold. Na? I have to purchase the like a food items over there to get survive my life. So all we came to know end of the day, money helping you to get like desire your life, but end of the day for your life, only one thing is important. That is what? Humanity, and you should be a good person. Then only people would get help you and you could be get survive long with a positiveness only. 99.99 people percent of people now they having an idea, they came to know in this COVID-19 situations only. Right now we should be having only one thing important, we should having the food, that is only important. Now coming back to the topic again, Bitcoin, right? So this is an example of public ledger. Why I'm mentioning here public ledger, why it's not private ledger? Again, if it's a private ledger, then in a private ledger one person would be the boss, right? One person would be the boss. So maybe if boss ran away, end of the day, what will happen? Everything would be get shattered. But if it's a public, in a public, what happening? Definitely all able to know what exactly things are going, right? So if all public will know what exactly things would be going to happen, then end of the it's a really very challenging to get mold the data, right? Even this COVID-19 situations, there are several researchers in a Stanford University management department and Oxford University also, they are working how effectively we can implement Bitcoin into the voting system. So easily all people would get vote from their own home, from their own time, at their own place. They didn't need to go to the booth to get voting over there, right? In India, definitely if such thing would be get facilitated, then all the problem, whatever happening about right now, okay, booth capturing and such kind of flaws is over there, that all flaws would be get clear, because all government of India people able to know who has given vote to which people. So 100% transparency would be get maintained. So if the blockchain technology we are implementing over there into the like a voting system, 100% genuine result would become to know. Fine here. Moving to next about the blockchain, Bitcoin. So this is the first blockchain application which boomed across the world. So at initial, using the blockchain technology, first of all, the people implemented blockchain used in financial transactions, right? With the Bitcoin. So this is a resource intensive, and blockchain is a business generally permissions in a private and privatized. Why? Because this is a selective endorsement over the proof of work. Now, what is proof of work? So for generating one proof of work, commonly it may take 1 hour to 10 hour commonly. So how much proof of work would we get, like solid, you can say, or more complex? End of the day, the result would be much better, right? So Bitcoin cracking, and the transparency is 100% over there. That's why day by day the cost of the Bitcoin currency, the digital currency, going up and up and up. Because end of the day, only one thing is important in a blockchain, that is trust, right? That trust was not into the regular, like right now government of India, all transactions we having a trust on bank only, right? So end of the day, we are keeping our money to the bank. So bank will only a decision maker. Sometimes if bank is closed, then we require our money. Instead, we are not able to take our money back. But end of the day, still we are keeping our money to the bank. Due to why? Only one thing is over there. That called the trust, right? So again, bank is also get regulated by Reserve Bank of India. So any decision taking by Reserve Bank of India, then what happening? All the things would be get changed. But when it would be coming to the public ledger using blockchain technology, so any kind of changes would be get over there. All the people would be get notified. So there would be not one person ruling the things. This is a public for public, for public, right? From public for public, such kind of thing would be like came to the blockchain technology. Fine, dear. So what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the cryptocurrency or digital currency using blockchain technology they had created. Now we are coming to the business network, wealth and a market, in which field we can get implement the blockchain technology, right? So here you can check out the e-banking, ATM services, internet banking, right? In a public, we can go with the auctions. In a private, we can go with the supply chain financing, bonds and all, right? The all things we had to get discussed earlier also. Moving to the next, little faster, right? So here you can check out, these are some of the abstract where in vertex, all the edges are get connected over there, right? So this is about the blockchain complexity again, right? So now here you can check out right now what are the problems, like in a regular transactions in a ledger technology, like maybe this is a participant record. So they are maintaining into the ledger, or they are maintaining in one hard disk over there, right? The same thing, maybe bank record is also hosting into one server only, right? So if that server would be get hacked, what will happen? Automatically entire problem would be get happen, right? So it's a expensive also to get maintain multiple servers over there, and it's a inefficient also and vulnerable also. But if you are talking about the public ledger, if you're talking about the blockchain technology, now the record would be get available across the globe in more than lakhs of crores of PC who are get connected with the blockchain network, right? So if you are modifying at one PC record, rest people immediately came to know, okay, this one PC data has been get modified, so there would be some breach happening over there, so immediately resolve the problem, right? So in this manner, we having a solution using blockchain technology, we can keep safe and secure our records, right dear? Moving on next, some more implementation. Right now, definitely Walmart, Nestle, they all have implemented blockchain technology for their smart contracts, for their transactions also. Now here, a long technical data has been written. I am going to help you to get discuss about cross-border supply chain technology in a shorter two-line definitions only. For example, if we are talking about we have to sell my product, maybe we are farming something in India, and we have to sell that product to Australia, right? So using blockchain technology, how that would be get able to help? So I had to get initiated my product, right? So my project has been get start shipped. So after shipping, what happening? Then other contractor, their money is also get released from their bank, and virtually in on air, you can say, or on a blockchain server only, the money is available over there, right? So now from as an a seller and as an a buyer, So buyer money is already get deducted from their account, and that virtually available into the blockchain network. Now what happening? Now as a seller, what will happen? The data would be get transmitted from my end. When the data would be get received by the person in Australia only, then he will be validated. Okay, I had received the data. Okay, the data is validated. Fine. Then he will click OK. Then automatically money would be get credited into your account. So here what happening? When you signing the smart contract, the money would be also virtually into the blockchain environment. So end of the day, 100% transparency and trust would be over there, right? So it's not like that. Okay, if we are making the dealing into the foreign countries, what happening? We had dispatched our product from India, and later on they are saying no, 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 I don't like project, return the project. So end of the day, what will happen? As a seller, we will lose a lot. So if the money is available into the blockchain, so now he also not able to came back until and unless both parties should be get agreed over there. So this is a fundamental concept of a smart contract, right? So that's why cross-border supply chain, if you are making the transactions using blockchain technology, easily you would able with go into the more secure and more efficient, effective transactions. Like right now, there is some huge cases worldwide, right? So huge cases worldwide. That means where in which country, what kind of implementation they had done using blockchain technology. Like if you are talking about the Sweden, so in Sweden right now, land registration, all the data earlier going with paper and pen mode. Now they are using blockchain technology for land registration, right? If you're talking about the Estonia, so in Estonia right now for personal identification, like replacement of birth certificate, death certificate, driving license, social security card, during all these documents, they are shifted to the blockchain technology, implemented with the blockchain technology. For transportation, if you're talking about the IBM and MOX, they all are the dealing entire tracking, entire transportation using the blockchain technology. And Walmart also earlier I having a share that image also. Even you're talking about the banking, UBS and Russian several banks also, they had implemented blockchain technology using for their financial transactions purpose also. But you can easily came to know, you can easily understand in coming 2025, definitely 70 to 80% people maybe get upgraded to the blockchain technology for their secure transactions with the transparent transactions across the globe also. Fine. Now I'm coming to the smart contract again in little more detail, right? So what means contract? We all know first party and second party signing one memorandum of understanding, and with respect to that MOU, we are working with each other, right? But in a smart contract, what happening here? I had a define. So a smart contract are similar to the legal document, right? That create a term between two parties, right? The two parties that are dealing with using the smart contract, and the smart contract use the public ledger, right, for the storage purpose. And the smart contract are triggered when condition met and completely autonomous, right? So when condition met only, then only money would be get transact, else money would be get not transact, right? So it is just execute based on the code that define the precondition. So whatever the MOU we had to get signed and virtually get notified over the blockchain, so automatically, if all the data would be get validated, automatically money would be get transferred, and the data would be transferred anonymously also. So no one is able to identify your personal identification, right? So end of the day, that's why hackers also right now using blockchain or the Bitcoin for, like, if they are hacking, they are saying, okay, this one Bitcoin transfer into my account, then only I will unhack your PC, or I will release your documents over there. Because here hacker identification would be anonymous. That's why they are expecting the money using the Bitcoin only, right? So this is the some of the pros and some of the cons also having technology, right? So how a smart contract will work? Like here using this one graphical user interface GUI and infographic, I had mentioned first what happening agreement, right? In agreement, then protocol defined, then decentralized. We are keeping not into one place. This one data would be get put it into the a worldwide global server, right? Using the blockchain technology. Then we are writing code. Code is what? Code is exactly, you can say, whatever the agreement, whatever the conditions you are writing, they all predefined into the code, right? So the code would be get converted to the automation and the blockchain security. If all things would be get fitted, then only data would be get transactions. The same thing I had to get mentions here. The smart contract are work between two parties. If the user to do a buyer and seller matchmaking, if both data would be get matchmaking, then only transactions would be get done over there. 1 minute, dear. Okay, fine. So what over there are three common key features, right, for smart contract. First is what? It should be get registered first, an automatic settlement of contract. So when all the data would be get validated, automatically contract would be get settled, and there is no any need of third party. So if there would be no third party, automatically transparency would be over there. And what are the advantages of smart contract? So few advantages I had to get mentions. First, no paperwork required, 100% transparency, 100% trust over there, guaranteed outcomes, and so on. Because if the both party would be get validated the data, then only thing would be get executed, right here. Moving to the next here. DLT. Okay, someone has typed something. 1 minute. Where is the chat box? 1 minute. I'm not able to. Okay. Thanks, Professor Harsha. Let us share the screen again. Moving to the next. Fine. Okay, so we were into the smart contract, right? So now we having one keyword, that is the DLT, right? So what is DLT? Definitely full form has been get mentioned here, distributed ledger technology, right? So now we came to know what is exactly ledger, and we maximum technology people. So definitely will science has been get implemented into like a ledger, then that could be called the technology enabled ledger. Now the keyword is here distributed. So why distributed and what is meaning of DLT? Let us clearly understand here, right? So here, first of all, let us discuss about what is exactly meaning of distributed ledger technology. So DLT or the distributed ledger technology refer to the novel and the fast evolving approach to recording and sharing the data across the multiple data stores or the ledger, right? So definitely I do believe whenever we are sharing our information, I do love to share the information using the images, using the infographics. That would be much effective to get discussed. So let us, whatever data I have written, okay, let us come and discuss with using this one images only. So what is exactly DLT and why we have to use the DLT? So these are the key feature of the DLT. First is the programmable, right? So that is a smart contract. Already we had a discuss about the smart contract. What that means, the buyers and sellers both body would be get sign some document with respect to some of the questionnaires, or you can say the some of the rules and regulation. Then only if all algorithm would be get validated, then only data would be get executed, right? Second key feature of DLT is what? It's a secure, right? Anonymous, right? Time stamped, like each and every transactions having time stamped also. So it's not like that. Okay, for example, what happening, I'm giving you one more example. For example, I'm talking about the land purchasing again, because lot of cheating is going on to purchasing and selling lands over there. So maybe what happening if you are using blockchain technology now onwards only. For example, on today date, I'm the owner of the property, right? And I'm selling that property to party 2, then party 3, party 2 has sold the property to party 3, and party 3 has sold the property to party 4. Then end of the day, all data would be get time stamped. So every minute, second, frame, hour, everything would be get recorded. So meanwhile, if someone is trying to tampering the data, so he or she should be get temper the data from day first when that would be get originated. And it's not possible to anyone till date, any smart computers or supercomputer who able to breach all the document from the inceptions, right? So that's why it's a really very challenging when we are working into the DLT, distributed ledger technology. When we are working with a central ledger technology, then what happening? Our target is only one. This is a one computer, master computer. If we are hacking that master computer, all control in my hand. Easily now we can mold the data whatever we want over there. So that is the problem into the centralized ledger technology, and a DLT, the data would be get shifted to the multiple nodes across the globe. So in a one time hacking all PC is a very challenging, right? So what exactly DLT, again in a more detail. So here you can check out DLT, or the distributed ledger, can define or the categorize into two parts. First is what? Permission, and second is the permissionless technology also, right? So in a permission and permissionless technology world, so sometimes when we are creating a node, maybe we want to keep someone data into the public node, right? So there would be no any required to use the any keyword or any code over there. Like as a researcher, I'm using one of the terminology. That terminology are called the open access research paper. So what the means of open access research paper? That means, okay, we had a written some research paper, and now I having no objection if anyone is reading my research paper at a free of cost, and they are utilizing my concept to do their own research. But several research papers are not available into the open access. So if we are publishing any paper like Springer or Elsevier or IEEE, so now they are offering open access publications also, and they are offering like a regular publications also. So for open access publication, definitely they are charging a lot. For example, if in a Springer you are publishing one research paper in SCI, so at a free of cost they are publishing the paper, but common people are not able to read your paper until and unless their university having the license of accessing Science Direct or the Collaborate Analytics over there, right? Web of Science accessing over there. If they having access, then only they can read your paper. But if you're a paper into the open access, anyone can read the paper, either they having institutes having their license or not. So what is the benefit of open access? The benefit of open access, our citation would be get high. Then maximum people would be get benefited, and our H index would be get high. That's why people are publishing their paper into the open access with a huge investment also. For open access, commonly you have to pay $1,000 to $2,000 rupee to the Springer and Elsevier also. Even they are publishing your paper with excellent quality at a free of cost also. But again, common people not able to see, so your citation would be get less, right? So in the same manner, permission means what? So you should be having some of the like a validations, then only your data would be publicly available. So if no validations required, then that is part of permissionless. Now coming to the distributed ledger can also divide into two parts. First is the public and second is the private. Now we are coming to the centralized and decentralized ledger. So here you can check out, this is one of the example of centralized ledger. So here you can check out multiple nodes are here, node 1, node 2, node 3, node 4, node 5. So all are get connected with a one node only. So simply we have to breach this one node, we have to hack this one node, and automatically all data control it our hand, right? So what the problem would be get happen? Definitely in centralized ledger, it's a little risky for everyone to get secure the data 100%. But if you are talking about the decentralized, okay, so next slide is the decentralized or the distributed ledger here, right? So here you can check out in a distributed ledger, permissionless. So here you can check out each P2P. P2P is what? Peer-to-peer network having own full and up-to-date copy of entire ledger. Like every person having idea, if any kind of updation, if any kind of modifications had been over there, so automatically he or she came to know what updations has been get required. So the same data, any changes over there, all copy would be get distributed to the all network people. So definitely it's 100% secure again till date, right? So why I'm sharing each and every time till date, because every day technology is going to be advanced, and definitely if someone has been get like founded, then definitely there would be some loopholes over there also. So coming the years, definitely maybe someone able to find the loopholes, but till date definitely that's a very big and very challenging also, right? So moving to the next here. someone participant here in a waiting list. Okay. So distributed ledger is also two part. First is the permission and second one is the permissionless. So in a permissions, again, you need to take permissions of all node, then only you may able to access the content. And a permissionless is so 100% available into the public media. Anyone can access, anyone can say each and everything in an updated manner in a current time also. Now coming to the digital currencies, right? Ethereum, Bitcoin, right? Lot of digital currency has been get introduced into the market. Now, why Bitcoin is more successful? Two things is definitely, if anyone is a founder or you can say the leader, definitely each and every day they are upgrading themselves also. And definitely with respect to the security, the Bitcoin security in term of the rest and Bitcoin network is a very big also. So for example, if a company having 10 people, right? So data has been get shared to 10 people only, and anyone has to be like hack the data. So if we are a get deal with all 10 people, then data would be get hacked. But that data has been get shared to the 1 CR of people, 1 crores of people. Then in one time we have to get discuss and we have to get satisfied 1 crore people only. Then only we may able to get breach that or we are able to update that contract over there internally. So in a Bitcoin right now, the network is a very big over there. So definitely a big network. So big challenge to get hack all the nodes at one time. So that's why Bitcoin value is every day increasing, right? So like I tell you also at initial time, for one Bitcoin, maybe 10 to $15 is only value over there. But right now, the value of one Bitcoin is more than 8 to 10 lakhs rupee, right? So it's randomly varying from 6 lakh to 9 lakh in coming like 1 year only. Fine. So this is the example. Already we had a get discuss how blocks are working, first block, second block. So if any block would be get breached, automatically the previous and next would be get notified, then entire data would be get breaches over there, and easily there would be one alarming situations over there. Then people would able to identify, okay, there would be some breach. So again, need to work over there. Fine. Okay, so this is a little more detail into the DLT. So right now, definitely DLT we can use into the email, sharing music, other media file, right? So this one media file earlier, we are again using with the peer-to-peer network using torrents only. BitTorrent, uTorrent, lot of platforms are available, right? So that is also again using the peer-to-peer networking also. Okay, so now why we are using like DLT? So first is what? Openness. Like from first time only we are saying each and every people came to know what updates happen, right? Second is the transparency, right? So first of all, openness, what I had mentioned about the openness. Here you can check out. Blockchain are generally open to the public, right? So anyone able to get identify whatever the transactions has been get done by participations of operation of their node, right? So 100% openness over there. Second is what? Transparency, right? So whatever the transactions is going over there, so in a blockchain it's into the public domain only. So no privacy for the transactions done. Everyone can see your transactions, right? So if everyone can see the transactions, then definitely no one a single person who is authorized to get sole proprietorship of that thing, if anyone is claiming, then all persons should be get validated, then only that would be validate. Okay, now he is now proprietorship of that particular product or that particular transactions over there. Fine. Next is what? Scalability. Why did I mention scalability over here? Because here you can check out commonly if you are talking about one transactions handling. So by default, in per second maximum till date, only 7 transactions, 7 proof of work could be get calculated. And if the things would be get connected across the globe with several people, then definitely it's a really very challenging to the people to get crack over there. And due to scalability only, it's a really very important. When your technology would be scaling, end of the day security would be also getting a scaling with respect to the validations of the things, right? Next is the token. Already we had a discuss about tokens also. So token means what? Definitely each and every person's having their own identifications, and that identifications, and you having their own tokens. With respect to your token only, you can get in and you can get work over there, right? So now what is the advantage of DLT or the distributed ledger technology? First is what? It's secure because there is no any third party interventions. So person one and person two directly get connected with each other. So the chance of like you can say cheating would be 0%, right? Because if I'm satisfied with a third party, sorry, second party, then only I'm transacting. If we are not satisfied, then transactions would be get stopped, right? Second is what? It's a immutable. Once recorded, cannot be intervened. Once you had assigned your smart contract, it's not like that. Even you also cannot change that record, right? That would be get locked. If the like simply in a computer science world, if we had a run one algorithm, and if algorithm validated, then only transactions will done. In between, if any data would be get changed, that algo would be not validated, and end of the day transactions would be get stopped, right? And this is also temper proof due to this one reason also. Fine, dear. What are the disadvantage of distributed ledger technology, right? Definitely, as I told you, each and every technology having some advantage and having some disadvantages also, right? So if you're talking about the disadvantage of DLT, distributed ledger technology, so here you can check out DLT just spread along with a node, so it's making vulnerable attack. Yeah, attack could be possible, then definitely end of the day, due to the peer-to-peer networking, hacking the entire node would be very, very tough. And transaction cost is really very high. Why? Because a high network, a very big network, huge network, and the transactions speed is also low. Why? Because the operations of large number of nodes, large number of PC, large number of connections would be operated at once. That's why the transactions speed is also little slow, right? So these are some of the disadvantage of DLT, right? So now let us summarize with the DLT. What are the key feature? So key feature is what? The DLT feature allows self-interest participant in a peer-to-peer network and collectivity record the verified data into the shared ledger without relaying the trusted or any central party, right? So it's available into all person. So the removal of central party can increase speed and remove cost inefficiency associated with the maintaining ledger and subsequent reconciliations also. And it also can be get enhanced because no longer single point of attack in an entire network. Like I tell you earlier also, you have to parallelly get hack all the node, then only problem would be get, then only data would be get hacked over there, right? Permission system can fit more easily into the existing legal regulatory work. Like right now, as I tell you earlier also, how blockchain technology could be get implemented and what are the benefits of blockchain technology. So definitely coming days, coming years, all government are like converting their transactions using distributed ledger technology and blockchain technology only, right? So these are some of the key features. One minute here. Okay. So this is a graphical interface, infographic information, how digital signature and the cryptography is working over there. So one is the private key, this is a user, and there are three validated public keys. So all, if these three would be get validated, then only data would be get unlock over there, right? So this is the same workflow of the cryptography and a digital signature. So here original message would be get input by the user ls, right? Then later on what happening, all the people who are get connected with that networks, and all would be get validated. Okay, the DSC signature is a validated. If all are validated, then only the user would be get allowed to get access. So this is a benefit of DLT and the cryptography and the digital signatures, right here. Now examples of DLT, definitely today we are going to little discuss about the Hyperledger, right? So what is exactly Hyperledger? It's like you can say the user interface they are providing to get work with a blockchain technology. So in a Hyperledger project, lot of options we having, lot of multiple platforms, particular working with a Hyperledger project. One I'm going to define the same. So most common distributed ledger technology in a Hyperledger project is known as a fabric system only. So in a fabric, what we have in facility over there, it's a open source and it's a permissions, and there are collaborations between Cisco, Linux foundations and all. So definitely in world's leading companies are working with this fabric project. So security and the proficiency and the quality enhancement, definitely that would be much better. Second is the Corda, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple. This all are an example of Bitcoin. Distributed ledger technology. So if you are talking about like ledger or the smart contract, then for a smart contract, now people are working with a Hyperledger project. But for example, if you're talking about the transactions of money or the cryptocurrency, maximum commonly people are using Bitcoin for that purpose only. These all are example of DL, distributed ledger technologies only, right? So potential applications of DLTs are what? So here you can check out. These are some of the potential applications. Like for a money payment, digital currency, we can use the distributed ledger technology. Financial services, right? Like crowdfunding sources, right? Collateral registers, movable asset registers, is all place. Digital issuance, trading, settlement, security, all place we can use the distributed ledger technology, or you can say the blockchain technology also, for more transparent, for more secure information saving across the globe. Then you can say the internal system for financial service providers also, you can use the distributed ledger technology. Even for example, in coming years we can use our university certificates also in a blockchain technology. So there would be no any chance to get tamper or like sell the four certificate across the globe. So all the data would be get validated and openly available across the globe, so anyone can get check out when he is given the first semester examination. All the data would be pre-recorded over there, so anyone can check over there. So the transparency would be get 100%, right? So for identity also, like in government of India, we having at current Aadhaar card, right? So Aadhaar card is again, it's somehow hackable. Why? Because the data would be get registered into some server only. So if server data would be get hacked, okay, all data would be get stolen. And definitely, if you had a recently check out, some of the news had been came out, like one of the application government of India has been get mandate. If you are traveling through the flight over there, that application name is the Arogya Setu. But in a RTI, the information came out who has signed the contract to develop that application. Till that there is a no 100% clarification by government of India. So end of the day, we can say how much it could be really very challenging, because you are installing Arogya Setu app, and directly they are asking you to enable Bluetooth and several permissions they are taking care of your cell phone. So indirectly the entire data could be get accessible if the people are hack that one application, right? So it's a really very challenging, and it's a really very unsecure also. So definitely, if coming years, if a government of India would be more focused into the blockchain technology oriented, all the security system, that would be much better for everyone. In a trade and commerce, yeah, right now, as I tell you earlier also, Walmart, Nestle, all that are using blockchain technology, slowly implementing their trade and commerce. In agriculture also, you can get implement governance also, like e-voting system, which I'm like shared with you. E-voting system also we can get discuss about like blockchain technology also. Healthcare, electronic medical records, yeah, for example, right now, okay, somehow like all we are a human being, and sometimes if we have to take the leave from our private or the public organization, sometimes we are saying, okay, I'm not feeling healthy, so today I'm looking for the leave. So again, if that would be get implemented into the blockchain technology, that would be little very tough over there. Why? Because your entire data would be get available over the internet also, so anyone able to check out, okay, whatever the previous record of that person, so okay, with respect to this records, this one digit could not be happen over there. So in this manner, something pros and cons every time over there using technology. So simple, if you are using technology, then some pros and there are some cons also. Next is what? Humanitarian and aids over there. So like very important, somehow as an like a parent also, maybe with our child, we are sometimes forgetting about the vaccinations and all, right? So maybe definitely for that we can utilize the Google also. In a Google we can mention in a calendar, okay, this date we have to go for the vaccination, so they would be get notify also, that kind of thing. But end of the day, personally we have to get maintain that thing over there. But just think, if when the child is birth in our country, then all the data would be already available with the government of India, and that children information would be get like uploaded into blockchain like technology enabled database over there. So automatically, without any personal inputs over there, with respect to 6 months, okay, this one vaccination due, automatically they are getting notification with respect to their registered mobile over there. So definitely as a human being, all people are get stuck in their common life. There are a lot of problems every people having. Even it's not like that Ambani and Adani or our honorable prime minister, they having no more thrust to get learn and get earn more kind of thing. Get learn in term of prime minister, sir, and get earn in term of Ambani, because end of the day, both requirement are different. Because definitely as a leader, each and every day we are learning, and with respect to our previous learning only, we are integrating our rules and regulations, and end of the day, then only our common people, our government of India people would be get benefited, right? So moving to the next, a smart contract trade in finance. So already we had a get discuss about this one thing verbally. Now using this one slide, I'm again going to discuss in a very fast and quick manner. So what and how a smart contract could be get implemented into the trade finance. So first is the buyer and seller. So first of all, what happening? Buyer and seller are just signing one of the electronic letter and guaranteeing payment if the order is fulfilling, right? So in this manner, they are signing one contract, right? So what seller type? Seller will generate one of the invoice, right? And when the shipment would be get done, then automatically buyer money would be get transact to the seller, right? So there are 8 steps into the smart contract in a trade finance. First is the buyer, then seller, both mutual understanding, then data would be get shipped through the cargo, then a cargo, they are actually going with the inspector, whatever the data is properly get validated using a smart contract or not, then data is going to the vessels, bill of landing, receipt, certificates of origin, each and everything. Then if all data would be validated, then the data would be get shipped from one place to second place. When the data would be get shipped from the place one, then data would be get reached to the second place, and they again get validated, their smart contract compliance and their accuracy and their you can say the genuinity over there. If everything would be get fine, then title of payment, then payment required, and the payment of the a seller and a buyer would be get transact, and in this manner blockchain based smart contract transactions would be get happen. So this is the one of the cycle, the all cycle would be get fulfilled, and each and every place data is going to be validated only. No one can temper that data. This is the very, very important. Tempering could not be possible. Validation is definitely important, because if the data would be not get validated, then the data would be not go to the next phase, right? So after smart contract and trade finance, let us move to little next. Now we are talking about the outro of a Hyperledger project. So why are I mention Hyperledger project? Because how many you have an idea about the Linux Foundation? If you're talking about Linux Foundation is offering or you can say the lot of funding to the researchers and the academicians also, if you are doing the research related to the blockchain technology. And even you commonly know Linux Foundations has offered several applications across the globe at free of cost only in an open source mode again. Why open source mode? Because in an open source, even as a common user, we can modify that source data also, and we can get update and we can get modify that data with respect to our requirement. So this is the common difference between open source and the free software. Free software means what? Free software means data is available, software is available for the common people without paying any data, without paying any money, but you can't modify the code. Whatever software is available with respect to that software, you have to work. But when it's a calling about the open access, that means your data, your code is also available over there. So you can modify the code with respect to your requirement also for your company related internal policies kind of thing. So this is a common difference between open access application, and this is a common difference between the free application. Now coming to the Hyperledger project, right? So what is the Hyperledger project again? So Hyperledger has been get introduced and get founded by, or you can say that get hosted by the Linux Foundation. It is the one of the fastest growing company in all of history till date, and they are offering Hyperledger as an open source application. So across the globe, any person, any company, they can collaborate their input, they can collaborate their effort across this one project to get more quality improvement, to get more security over there, right? So here you can check out global collaboration in a Hyperledger from the finance, IoT, supply chain, healthcare, manufacturing. All the people who are interested into the blockchain technology, they all can collaboratively sit in a Hyperledger project, and in an online mode, they all can give their input for more betterment, right? So Hyperledger project is also several multiple subsegment. People like some company has been get working with a Hyperledger Boro project, some companies working with Hyperledger Fabric project. Sorry. So like Hyperledger is what? It's a, like a IDE, right? So in this one application, like I tell you also, na, this is an open source. So in an open source, you can modify the things and you can mention one of the new name under the banner of Hyperledger project. So here you can check out under Hyperledger project, these all projects are running parallelly, like Hyperledger Boro, Hyperledger Fabric, Hyperledger ND, Hyperledger Aroha, Shawtooth, Calpillar, Cello. Like some people are saying this one Cello also, Cello or Cello. Then Composer, Explorer, Quilt. These are the some recently some new Hyperledger project has also get introduced. At last slide, I had a get mentioned about that also. Then all the project having some advantages, some disadvantage. All the project has been get taken initiative by different organizations, and some of the project collaboratively, some of the leading organizations working together also for that project, right? So here the leader is the Linux Foundation. Under the banner of Linux Foundations, all are working, right? And this is a Hyperledger, some of the project, right? So one on I'm going to discuss about the Hyperledger project, right? So before starting the Hyperledger project, what are the modular approach behind Hyperledger project, right? So here you can check out, okay, in infrastructure, legal, technical, marketing, organizations, all place you can use the Hyperledger modular approach. You can upgrade the codes, you can modify the code with respect to your like requirement, and you can go ahead. Like these are some of the frameworks, right? So Fabric, Sawtooth, Iroha, Boro, Indy, these all are the project under the Hyperledger, like Linux Foundation, one of the project over there, right? And these are some of the tools. The tools are Hyperledger, Quilt, Composer, Explorer, Cello, Calpillar, right? So one on one, I'm going to discuss about these all frameworks and tools that would be easily able to help you to get understand and came to know about which Hyperledger project would be more better for you if you are looking to work in a blockchain technology with respect to your specific requirement, right here. So one is the what? Hyperledger Fabric. This is the most commonly used Hyperledger project across the globe, right? So again, this is hosted by, as I tell you earlier, by Linux Foundations only, and this is open source system. So you can deploy your own data over there, right? Because you have all the source code available over there, right? So Hyperledger Fabric, what are the advantage? So Hyperledger is a first project contributed by IBM and the digital asset. All definitely we know about the IBM, one of the leading company across the globe for computer technology or the computer science, right? You can say. So what are the fundamental behind this one? Hyperledger Fabric, a smart contract called the chain code here, and that written in a Golang and with a JavaScript 1.1. and it run into the secure Docker container also. So if you having a good familiar into the JavaScript and a Golang only, then you can have eligible to work with a Fabric in a much effective and active way. And it's the first active project and released to the version 1.0. And you can say for Hyperledger Fabric project, this is the business blockchain framework. Like I tell you, Hyperledger project, people are maximum implementing into the smart contract, trade finance related projects only. So you can say, check out here 159 contributors from 27 different organizations, and till date 3500 changes of states has been get done in a Hyperledger project. So each and every day the quality improvement is going on. That's why you can say a very big contributors lists are also available over there. So if definitely if the people are more connected with that, definitely the publicity and the quality improvement would be automatically get up and up and up. So this is about the Hyperledger project. Then again, if you're talking about the Hyperledger Sawtooth, again, this is a business blockchain framework only. But Hyperledger project had been, okay, some of the chat query is coming. Okay, feedback link. Okay, thank you. Sorry for interruptions. Okay, so here you can check out if you're talking about the Hyperledger Sawtooth. This one initiative has been taken by the Intel, right? So earlier that project Hyperledger previous project has been get the initiative taken by the IBM, and this one a Hyperledger Sawtooth has been get initiated by the Intel. Intel is all you know, definitely maximum people right now working with the Intel processors or alternatively AMD processors only. This is also one of the leading company across the globe who are working into the computer science field effectively, right? So like I tell you also, this one a Hyperledger is a project. In this one project, several companies are working into the different new names over there, and they are upgrading their quality. And in future, definitely that project could be get implemented or deploy for the requirement with respect to the trade finance or the banking or maybe government lease and document science and all. So this is by the Intel initiative. Next, if you're talking about the Hyperledger Iroha, so this has been get written into the C++ language, and this one are contributions by Surastamichu, Hitachi, Entity, and the Kolu. So these are the leading companies. They had working with the Hyperledger Iroha, right? And it provide both IoT like iOS framework and Android also. So for example, previous having some of the limitations, but if you want to work with a cell phone only, so we having a SDK available for Android and iOS platforms also for Hyperledger Iroha. So Borrow, in a Borrow, this one has been get contributed by the Monarchs, and this one first permission ledger support with the Ethereum virtual machine, right? So two leading keyword whenever you are talking about the Bitcoin, you may able to hear first the Ethereum and second is the Bitcoin, right? So this one Hyperledger Borrow working with the Ethereum concepts over there. So like I tell you, all project having different of methodology to get work over there, and another company has been get implemented their concepts over there. Like this is from the Sovereign Foundations by Hyperledger ND, right? So all having pros and cons over there. If you are talking about the Hyperledger Quilt, so the contribution has been done by Entity Data and the Ripple, and the data has been get implemented using a Java, right? And it is an automatic swap between the ledger, even the blockchain, non-blockchain, and distributed ledger, and single account underscore namespace of account with each ledger. So each and every ledger having their own account namespace facility also over there in a Hyperledger Quilt project over there. And definitely data has been get implemented into the Java itself, and Java is the most common language used in India also by several computer science professor or computer engineering professor here, right? If you're talking about the Hyperledger Composer, so again Oxychan and IBM both are contributed in this one project, and they are working in a Hyperledger Composer project. And Hyperledger Cello or Cello, this is the collaborations of IBM, Huawei, Intel, and sponsors. So like I tell you earlier, so this is the deploy into the virtual machine on cloud also. So this is the advantage of Hyperledger Cello. So people can work in a cloud environment or the virtual machines also. This is used or DevOps applications network to get implemented and get work over there. If you're talking about the Hyperledger Explorer, so how this is work, the allow visualize blockchain blocks, transactions, network information, and the chain code transactions families also. So if people are working with a Hyperledger Explorer, these are the advantages with them. They are able to identify these all things in a visualizations forms over there, right? Coming to the next, Caliper. So in a Caliper, again, this is a contribution done by the Huawei again, one of the leading company across the globe in a 5G network, right? So they are also working with the transactions per second, TPS, and transaction latency and resource utilizations like technology over there. So end of the day, they supporting the fabrics or to all three platforms over there. So they are specifically working how we can speed and the transactions speeds over there. So like I tell you also, na transaction speed in a 7 second is the minimum transaction time required for one. So they are trying to reducing the transaction speed. So definitely end of the day, if the project would be get done, definitely Bitcoin transactions would be get faster over there, right? So these are the additional communities, they are actively working. So these all you can able to check out the website hyperledger.org, participate, join a group. Like I'm just typing into the Google here, Hyperledger, Hyper org. Excuse me, just one important call is coming. Okay, so here you can check out, this is the website hyperledger.org. So here you can check out the participate, right? So if you want to join the community or a group, you can simply click here, right? So when you click on here, now here all the groups, architecture group, identity group, performance and scale working group, learning material, teaching, a smart contract, there's all groups are available, healthcare group, public sector, social impact. So any one group you can also get join, education or architecture, special interest or group, to get learn, to get know more about the Hyperledger project also. And they having a lot of free of cost informations available over there, right? So if you want to get know, if you want to get learn more about the Hyperledger, all the data are available here in a Linux Foundation project at free of cost, right? Coming back to the presentations here, fine. So architecture working group, performance and scalability group, identity work group, public sector working group, healthcare, like I shared you practical way right now. Moving to the next, now these are the Hyperledger members. First, the premium members, so Ascensor, SAP, Hitachi, these all are the premium member of the Hyperledger project. Then associate general. So right now you can check out even several universities are also participating their contribution in a Hyperledger projects also to get more secure network development for coming years. So conclusion is what here? So I hope now the fundamental concept of the blockchain would be get clearer to you. If you having definitely any query, any confusion, I am with you. So now using with this conclusion, as I tell you earlier also, definitely I would like to go with the infographic based discussion that would be easily to get understand, to get know about any topic. So with respect to one small video, again I'm going to get recap the entire session which we had a get discussed with you today. So hope again after that, if you're having any query, easily you can get discussed with me. And as I told you earlier also, this is the Hyperledger trading partner. You can go to the Hyperledger, the same website over there. In a learn sections, you can go. Lot of training partners are available over there. Some are a paid, some are the free also. So as an fresher, lot of data are available at a free of cost over there. You came to know about how exactly Hyperledger working. Now quickly recapping the entire today class, today's session in a fast manner. Okay, 1 minute. I think audio would be problem. Okay, I'm discussing. So like what is exactly hyper blockchain technology? So like I tell you also, it's like a revolution right now in a IT industry, finance industry, all industry, right? So if you are talking about the blockchain, definitely the internet should be must over there, right? So this is a new phase of transactions across the world. And what Hyperledger and what blockchain technology going with? It's going with the distributed ledger technology. Commonly people know blockchain and like a cryptocurrency use Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all these are the common word people came to know about the Bitcoin technology. If you are talking about the blockchain technology, it's a not centrally on one cloud, on a single PC. These are the peer-to-peer networks. So across the globe, several peers are connected with the one nodes only. So hacking would be really very, very tough across all PC hacking in a single time, right? So this is about the blockchain, right? So all data would be get validated. So this is the tokens over there. So backbone of the future transactions and verifications process. So all hash would be get verified from the like previous blocks and back blocks over there. So if all the data would be get validated, like here you can check out these all are the blocks over here, right? So all blocks would be get verified the information like this is the hash A to B C S, and that hash would be get input to all node and all data would be get validated. And if all the node would be get validated, the same information would be get passed to next. If the data would be proof of work would be 100% genuine, then only data would be get passed, as data would be get stopped and the transactions would be get stopped over there, right? So this is the resource intensive. Definitely if all computation would be take time over there, so for creating one proof of time, it's a time taken, and it's a going with the multiple one block data would be get validating over there. That's why it's a taking time, and no one can breach any blocks over there, as I told you earlier also, right? So this is one of the small like a presentations of how blockchain is working, right? So moving to the next, so all syncing information would be get validations is again required. So proof of a stake would be genuine, then all data would be get verified, then only next block would be get created. Fine. So if all the data would be get validated, then only data would be go to the next. Sorry. So if if the data would be get validated from the distributed ledger technology, then now data would be go to the second layer. So previous hash and next block, the data would be get validated. The center data is a properly or not. If the both previous and back block would be get validated, then only data would be get moved to the next, and all the node would be that connected with a DAC DAG network, directed acyclic graph over there, and then the transaction would be get forwarded to the next client over there. And in this manner, the blockchain technology is working.
Sir, Dr. Abhishek, sir, your mic is got muted, sir.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry to interruptions. Okay, let us come back to the session. Actually, I tell you earlier that today there is a visit of Prime Minister. That's why common people are getting suffer sometimes. Okay, so we are into end only. Then we having a discussion session. Okay, let us quickly. And I'm requesting you all, please mute the mic for non-interruption. Fine. So this is about the blockchain technology. Okay, and these are some of the new projects. 1 minute, my screen is not shared, I think. 1 minute, need to mute all participant. Okay, fine. Now participant is also mute. Okay, so meanwhile, this is the active growth of blockchain technology. Now in a 2020, it's a tentatively 3 million USD, billions of transactions has been get done. But in a coming 2025, it's a forecast report by a Statistica. It's around the 39.7 billion only. But do believe me, after this one problem of COVID-19, it would be minimum cross 50 billion only, right? Minimum, right? So these are some of more projects which are running under the banner of the Linux foundations like Hyperledger Borrow, the Grid, Indy, Beshu, Avalon, Aris, Ushra, Transact. So these all are a project running under the Hyperledger banner using the Linux foundations, right? So further, now it's a time to get discussion for a query, question and answer sessions. If you're having any question, definitely right now we can get discussed further. If you're having any question, you can write an email to me also. Definitely, I will try to get resolve your question within 48 hours, right? Network is interrupting. Okay, so I think this is at my end. Anyone having any query, question, then we having a question and answer session. Anyone having any question related to the foundation concept of blockchain, hyperledger technology, and what is the use of blockchain exactly, and why we have to use the blockchain? Because end of the day,
Yes, sir. So one query is there in the chat box.
ma'am,
Let
please.
me read that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sir, one
Yeah.
Piyush Shukla has asked, for cryptographic purpose, which tool is freely available, sir? Means if we want to do some encryption or decryption related algorithm changes, then which tool is available, sir, in blockchain?
Specifically, if you talking about this Ola project, na, so I will recommend if you go with the first project here, na, 1 minute. I'm coming to the first Fabric project. This one. So I would recommend as an a fresher, na, whenever you are working, then you should go to and do the practice of the Hyperledger Fabric only, because end of the day, right now Hyperledger Fabric is the one of the oldest, you can say, and the industry leading people, they are get connected with the Fabric project. So for initial purpose, you should have worked and get joined under the Hyperledger Fabric project only. Either you are using with a healthcare security or any other kind of thing. So my recommendation is specifically for the Hyperledger Fabric only at initial. Definitely later on, with respect to your requirement, you also get join the Hyperledger project websites over there under the Linux Foundation. Then lot of people are get connected. Even I am also over there. So sometimes if some query is coming over there, I am putting my query over there in an open form over there. Then people are helping over there. So at initial, I will like request you to do two things. First of all, let us register yourself into Linux Foundation Hyperledger project website in a community over there, forum over there, and then you can work with. Okay, so sorry again interruptions. I don't know why today it's making problem.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
so further question, I think na. So I would
Yeah.
recommend two things only at initial as an a fresher.
Okay, sir. Okay. Sir, another question is there that for secure e-voting using blockchain, how to move, sir?
Okay, sure. For example, definitely, I'm personally also working on one of the IoT enable secure voting e-voting system. So for that, definitely, first of all, again, you come to the foundation concept and a coding of the blockchain technology, and same project you can use. We are working in a Hyperledger project, Fabric only for creating that e-voting system. Yeah, definitely, a lot of flaws are right now over there in a project, because right now blockchain technology is a emerging and a new technology. So with some of the professors, professor from the Kyung National University South Korea, and one of the professors from the NSW Australia itself. So we are working with a blockchain technology for e-voting system. So personally, if you are interested for that project, definitely we can get help you, and we love to get you offer also to be a part of that project. So definitely, if we have a better teamwork, so end of the day, we can give us the good solution to government also for e-voting systems.
Okay, sir. Okay. Sir, next question. Which hyperledger can be used for healthcare security, sir?
Ma'am, at initial only, I am just recommending day first only. We should go only with the Hyperledger Fabric only. This is one of the best things till now. So yeah, I had to get discussed lot of things, but when you also Google, na, and this time 90% website will recommend only Hyperledger Fabric only to you. So, but for knowledge purpose, we should know about all things. Then only we are able to identify now which is the best for us. That's why we had a given. This is the first class also. So first of all, you should be get comfortable with this one technology, and then only we can work with new things. Because yeah, definitely, if you are talking about you have to write something into the Java or C, from last 10 to 15 years, we are writing a lot of codes into Java and C. But if someone is saying, okay, you have to write the program into the D language, definitely maybe out of 49 participants, one or two may have not having idea about the D programming language. But the D programming language is a long time back came out. It's an integration version of C programming language only. But yeah, we are going to integrate something new, then we should give us a little time and we should came to know about what are the options. Then only we are able to identify the best thing. So again, for healthcare technology, I do recommend we should go ahead with the Hyperledger Fabric only in a best manner. That would 99.99% all project you can get complete into the Hyperledger Fabric only. So don't require to go other. But yeah, definitely we should explore other also now, because other also having like a behind the scene Intel is over there, Huawei is also over there. So we can't skip them. They are also world's industry leader. So maybe upcoming time their platform could be much better with respect to the Fabric only. But as a fresher, you should go with the Fabric only. So
Okay, sir.
furthermore
Okay.
query, yeah. And
Yeah,
meanwhile,
sir.
okay, after session also, if you're having any query, you can write me to my email ID also. It's Abhishek Riyan Abhishek Riyan BHU@gmail.com.
Okay, sir.
I'm typing
So,
into the chat box. And meanwhile, don't worry, it's a first session. We having 1 week continuous session related to blockchain technology and all. So several professors with you. So don't need to be worried. Lot of new things you would be able to get learned by the industry experts also. And meanwhile, definitely as an teachers and as a colleague, all we are here to helping you and like integrating our community also, because indirectly it's not like that here today I'm sharing my knowledge. Definitely maybe next day maybe Dr. Aparna or Dr. Reena or Ashok Kumar sir or Apurva Prasad sir, he could be able to share his knowledge with us to get integrate our teaching society, right? And definitely like in India also, it's really very happy to share like maximum people maybe here would be from the private organizations, maybe then you should be really very happy. The world's 2% scientist report, which has been get offered by Stanford University, out of 1500 professors from India, 70% professors only belongs from the private university and colleges. So they are contributed more with respect to the Indian research, with respect to the government organizations, and they are doing much bigger stake with comparison to IITs and NITs also. So you should be give more time, and definitely in coming year, I do believe again in after 10 year private university would be leader rank 1 and a rank 2 university in India only with comparison to the government university. So definitely I would again say wish you very happy Dev Diwali, and it's a greet from the Varanasi. And definitely I would like to say next year or coming your life, once you should be visit Varanasi specifically in a day or occasion of Dev Diwali to get enjoy your life into the much efficient and much energetic way. Thanks a lot.
sure, sir.
Thanks a
Sure,
lot to
sir.
everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your valuable knowledge with us. It was quite interesting and informative session, sir. And we came to know about blockchain technology, why blockchain, ledger, distributed ledger, Bitcoin, and hyper technology, and many more things, sir. So I'm sure we all would like to hear you once again later.
So
So
that would be my
thank you.
pleasure, ma'am. Definitely.
Yes,
And
sir. Thank you so much, sir, for spending this much valuable time with us and sharing your knowledge with us. So, guys, let us meet after 1 hour. There is a break of 1 hour. Next session will be led by Dr. Snehil Kumaran, sir, at 2 p.m. Okay. So, yeah, and one more thing, you have to join the same Google Meet session. Okay, what you have joined in the morning, that same session you need to join. Okay, at 2 p.m. Okay, so hope we will see you in next session. Thank you, sir.
yeah, thanks, ma'am. And once of all, last apologize to everyone. But end of the day, like we all are a computer science background now, so we should having one last option that called Jugaad technology. So our internet is not working, but unfortunately we
Yes,
shift to the Zoom only. So thanks
Not
a
at all,
lot.
sir. It was very nice session, sir.
Thanks a
Really.
lot, ma'am, and thanks to Sanjeevani Group of Institution Management. Thanks, Monica,
Yes, sir.
ma'am, to host the session. And thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Take care and be safe and
Good day,
secure.
sir. Good. Have a nice day. Thank you.